The way that I was introduced to the music, somehow I started from the back. I mean, basically, okay, so the first records that I heard were like Time Out, Dave Brubeck Quartet, Paul Desmond, and then Coltrane with Miles, these were some records that my parents had. It was a very limited thing. But then once I started getting into the music, the first people I really was into, it was the saxophone players who were in Duke Ellington's band, Johnny Hodges. Like, I kind of went back immediately. I didn't really know who David Sanborn was. It was just that wasn't on my radar at that time. And then I kind of moved forward to Berklee. Like, I just kind of for whatever reason, my education kind of followed the history, so I didn't have that as much, But I do see that a lot. That yeah, of course. I mean, because Kenny Garrett, he's around and he's playing gigs and he sounds great, and you're going to be into that. He sounds great. I mean, there isn't that isn't to say don't be into people that are playing now, but I would say that if you really want to understand Kenny Garrett and what he's doing, you definitely have to go back to training. And you understand how people that are playing now got to what they're doing in a much more complete way if you hear what their influences are, and then who their influences are, I'm not, saying that you need to know absolutely every recording ever made by, it's just more like getting a sound in your head. And also, the music has gotten very, very complex. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's so much, in a short span of, 100 years or so. There's, odd meters and extended harmony and, all kinds of things that it's a very big language now, And when you listen to Louis Armstrong, you hear a bit of a simplified essence of where it's coming from that can be easier to, to get at what the point is, So then you can go from simple to complex, Yeah.